Jeremy Sawyer, one of the best offensive linemen in the country. He moves on in the NFL draft. I got a list on this banner coming up of returnees. So the offensive line seems to be in really good shape.
Yeah, we got a good many coming back, and then even Tate Ratledge coming back from a season-ending ankle injury last year. That's what I'm excited for on interior wise, because that's where Georgia's losing Justin Schaefer, and that's where kind of Amarius Sawyer moved to towards the end of the year, kind of letting Broderick Jones kind of take over that left tackle position. And so the interior is going to be the biggest question. With Stacey Searles coming in from North Carolina, I think that's going to be where his bread and butter is. That's what we saw with him, with Clint Bowling and Ben Jones when he was at Georgia before. And so taking Tate and kind of putting him in that leadership role of being that left guard, that he earned the starting spot last year. So be kind of safe to assume that he'll be there this year as well. And then you have Warren Erickson, who's probably going to be the right guard, but Xavier Truss could be somebody that beats him out for it, because Warren just did not impress me that much last year. He had his great moments and stuff, but a lot of times he got beat. And Georgia really needs to be able to push up front to run the ball earlier on in the game. A lot of the running stuff came, later in the third and fourth quarter when the offensive line finally wore down the defensive line. So those are two things that I'm really looking forward with the guards anyway. I think Stacey's going to kind of move some things around and do some things that people aren't really expecting. Not many people were excited about that hire, but I am, just because I remember Ben Jones and Clinton them coming in, and I'm not even talking about the tackles that he brought in either. Corey Glenn, who didn't have a long NFL career, but somebody that was really exciting too. So, and then I think Broderick Jones is somebody that's going to kind of wrap up that left tackle position. Warren McClendon at right tackle. Those are two people that I expect to keep their jobs, but I'd like to see Amarius Mims kind of come in and earn some more playing time, because he was a 5-star out of high school and we expected a lot out of him. So I'd love to see if he can either play inside or stick to the outside and earn some more playing time, because it's time. Or we could see someone like him leave. There's a couple of offensive linemen that Georgia could probably see leave after spring, just to kind of make room for scholarships. But one of the freshman guys, Ernest Green III, is someone I'm really excited about at the guard position, because he could beat out everybody just because he's kind of naturally gifted like that. And then Cedric Van Pran at center. Absolutely love Cedric. Hardest worker on that entire offensive line. Super smart, super intelligent. And it just kind of reminds me when Georgia was known for having really, really talented centers like Ben Jones. And so that's why I'm excited to see him and Stacey work together too.
Ernest Green, 6'4.5", 330, second-rated offensive lineman in the country, guard center out of California, St. John Bosco. They're a powerhouse out there. And usually, unless you've really got a stud 5-star that is so gifted and has filled out his frame, of course, the offensive line's the one spot in particular, along with quarterback, kind of tough to break in to a program like Georgia and play right away. And it's typically good for those guys to kind of get their reps and fill out and hit the weights for a year before they're ready to really compete. But who knows? He may be that good.
Well, Georgia just has that right guard position, in my opinion, is the weakest area. And so that's kind of why I'm thinking he could push forward to, it may not start right away in game one, but by the end of the season, he could be somebody that really breaks the mold and kind of puts himself into the lineup, because Georgia needs somebody at the right guard to protect and be able to get that push. That was the biggest glaring weakness to me on that front last year, was not being able to run the ball whenever. And I know that that's credit to the defensive lines and stuff too, but Georgia used to be able to get whatever push that they needed, and it didn't come until later on in the games. And that's something that can't happen if you want to be able to continue to kind of run a balanced offense and not just depend on Stetson throwing it 50 times, which we don't need to see that. There's no reason why he needs to do that when you have running backs that are that good and an offensive line that's supposed to be that good. So